How's it going, everyone? Famine52 back again, and today we're doing some post-game stuff in Final Fantasy 13. Let's get going. Alright, welcome back, everyone. So in the last episode, we actually finished the main game of Final Fantasy 13. Unfortunately, YouTube kind of nuked the video itself. Had like 8 copyright claims on it for various musics or videos or stuff like that, so it's up, but it's in a very neutered state, and I do apologize about that. I am looking into if there's a way to re-upload it with the music just cut out, but right now the only way I could do that, the dialogue is going to get cut out. So I need to do a little bit of investigating on that. But in between episodes, I told you I was going to do a little bit of Crystarium farming, and I have completely maxed out everyone's primary roles at the role level 5, as well as everyone has gotten, honestly, not a lot, but just a little bit. You can see it right there. Just right there. That little tiny bit. Into their secondary roles. Yeah. But today we are going to be starting the Titan trials. So in order to do that, assuming that you are still in Orphan's Cradle, you are going to want to come to this little teleporter right here. Return to Orphan's Cradle. And then now we are back in the beginning area. Oh, by the way, what I did for the CP farm, I went through this teleporter right here, ran all the way to the Adamantoys, did the little Adamantoys underpower thing with death and all of that. And then I ran all the way back, and like each run, I was able to get like 6 different Crystarium nodes. You could also throw those sacrifices in there for some chances at perfumes and scarletites. I actually got a boatload of scarletites while doing that. Did not get as many perfumes as I was expecting, though, so I am going to need a fair bit of gil. But that will come in time. Now, as for getting back to Grand Pulse, we're going to want to go through this teleporter over here. And this teleporter takes us back to the area where we first landed on Grand Pulse. Like, there's our base camp and our crash ship and all of that. Now, I am assuming that you have done all of the Seathstone missions up to this point. So all of the Seathstone missions should be available. If you haven't, they are sprinkled within my main walkthrough. Just know that we have completed in my playthrough up to mission 32? 34. So yeah, there is that right there. None of them are particularly difficult. There are a few. Honestly, at this point, you're strong enough that you probably don't even need some strategies for them, but there's things like Mithridates alone. I would recommend like lightning resistance and all of that stuff. Honestly, most of the Deathless or the Immortal or whatever they're called in the game. What are they called? The Undying. There it is. Most of the Undying I would recommend using like lightning resistance. But seeing as how we have done all of those for right now, we're just going to go ahead and teleport to where we need to go, which is going to be the Archaeopolis right here. And again, I know that's not how you pronounce that. I'm not going to be able to, so I'm just having fun with it. And then now we're going to take on this guy, apparently. Alright, and with him taken out, we can actually very easily make our way up here, which is where we are trying to go. This right here is what broke down this red gate right here, which lets us go into the Titan Trials. So this is just honestly kind of a long walk into nothingness, so I'll bring you back at the start.
Look, that's Titan.
Does a thing that size even eat?
You name it. He's a biogenitor. Chews up one species and spits out another.
It talks?
Better your life, waters quicken the seeds of new.
What's it saying? The weak don't even deserve to live?
Why don't we let him see for himself who's weak?
Better not catch that one's eye. He's a big eater.
Each one of these missions that we're about to take on is going to take us to a new area. There are, I want to say, 6 different battles in each path. Or there's 6 different paths that we could do, or something like that. We are going to be redoing some missions, and in order to get all of the missions done, we're going to need to do this 7 or 8 times. So this is our first one right here. Oh, hey, there we go. It's right there, actually. So we are going to do our best to travel down the 1 route right now. So A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, and so on and so forth. And go from there. But, like, as an example, by the time we want to do D2, we're going to have to do either B1 or B2 twice. And then either C1 or C2 twice before we get to D2. So, yeah, we're going to be redoing missions. That is perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Just think of it as more CP and more rewards. But anyway, this one right here, this is the road less traveled. We are going to be facing a Gargantuan or a Gargantua. I don't know. The path of the soul is an eternal one, ever-changing, ever-seeking its own source. Garganch is the gateway to this path. Pass through it and into the circle unending flow. And then once we accept the mission, we will get teleported to where we need to be. It is also worth noting that until I feel like I need something different, we essentially have the same equipment on as we had on when we defeated Orphan. Really the only difference is I got the growth egg here on Lightning, I have the Connoisseur catalog on Fang, and I have the Collector's catalog on Vanille. But other than that, everything is exactly the same. And at any point, you can come to these Seed Stones in the beginning and take yourself back to the beginning of the Titan Trials. But let's go ahead and move on down this path right here, and we can see that our mark is right there. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. I am currently in my Saboteur role, which honestly isn't going to help against that right now. So let's go into Relentless Assault, get this guy staggered. Do I have any information on this guy? I have a bit, and we're going to be fighting him a few times, so I'm not too worried about Libra-ing him. But yeah, we're just going to get this guy staggered. Actually, yeah. I was looking to see if by some miracle he wasn't immune to D-Protect in his shell state, but he is. So we're just trying to get him staggered. Hopefully we can get a random instant chain. And then we can move on over into our Saboteur stuff. Get some Saboteur work going. And honestly, that's enough right there. So let's go back to Relentless Assault, and we should now be able to take this guy out for fun. There we go. And yeah, I know that we got a 0-star rating. By the time we're done with all 64 Seath Stones, we are going to get something called the Golden Watch, which is going to assist us with that. So I'm not too worried about it right now. And for completing that, we get the mission complete screen, and as well as a Witch's Bracelet. And that does awaken 2 Seath Stones right there, as you saw. We have this one right here, which I want to say is going to be B2. Yes, it is. So we are not going to worry about this one. We are going to go over to the other Seath Stone, which is going to be up this other path. And here we have an Amon. Basically, everything here is the same. Souls are wrought of shadow or light. Harmony of a balance between the two. Rejoin the harmonious circle. Feed the sharpened fangs of the Amon. Here at the source of shadows flow. So I guess that entire thing was different. But same general sentiment. Alright, and moving on forward. It is worth noting as well that a few of these areas do have treasure spheres in them. So, I guess if you find an area with like a weird little side path, go ahead and take a look at it, because it might have treasure on it. These unfortunately do not. I do see that there are enemies up there, though. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see what those enemies are, and see if they are guarding a treasure before I take out our mark. They are guarding a treasure, and these are actually new enemies. So let's figure out what these guys are. These are Borg Bears. They are a goblin type enemy. We're going to be coming through here a few times, so I'm not too worried about liberating them. But they should go out relatively quickly. Yeah, we can see that they are weak to fire. And now that our characters know that, they're going to use basically nothing but fire. They give a decent amount of CP. And the treasure that they were guarding was a pinch of gold dust. Ooh, there is a treasure over there. But we're going to have to go at that from the other side. Let's go ahead and hop on up here. And this treasure sphere contains a Star Blossom Seed. So, got some gil right there. So, very nice. And then now we have our Amon enemies. Little wolf guys. We've already taken care of them once before, so we should be good. And if any of these battles are giving you difficulty, feel free to go into like a triple saboteur or a sentinel roll. But at this point, if you have been able to beat the game, it shouldn't be too difficult. There's the first one down. And we got the other one over here. Ow. Ow. You know what?
Change of plan.
So let's do aggression.
Enemy off balance.
There he goes. And for that battle, we get 26,000 CP. I got a chipped fang, and for the mission complete reward, we get a nugget of uranite. And now moving on forward, we're going to have two more Seath Stones to choose from again. I'm assuming that this first one is going to be the wrong path, which it is. That is our C path. So let's go ahead and head on up to the next one. And we're going to be taking on Verdilit here. The moon's serene caress reveals a truth that no unknowing eye might see. The illusions we name boundaries are but challenges to overcome. Overcome the challenge of the Verdilit, and a greater truth shall be divulged. And we have a save station right here if you want to use it. And as you can see, our mark is right here with a bunch of little goblinoid buddies. Not goblin, gremlinoid buddies. Oh, hey, this guy's here. Very well. And if you are unable to kill the Verdilit fast, you will have to go against one of their summons. But we were able to take care of it fast enough, so don't need to worry about it. I believe it's the Mega Wolf dude, if I remember correctly. And for our mission complete bonus, we get a diamond bangle. Very well. And we have some more of the goblinoids up here guarding a treasure, so I'm going to go ahead and take out these guys.
Time for another approach. Target's a target. Just another battle.
Alright, and then the treasure sphere that they were guarding contains a zealot's amulet. Which, why do I feel like that is just basic? Nope, it is Vigilance. I cast Vigilance when HP is low. I was thinking that it was just a basic, what's it called? Elemental resistance. But I was wrong. So let's go ahead and head on up to this stone right here. This is going to be our D1 path. Our mark is going to be a Tonberry, which we have taken care of in a previous episode. So Divine Bounty fills the earth with life, giving birth to all creation. A Tonberry stands upon living earth, consuming stagnation within the flow, ready to decide your fate. Fate is judgment. Alright, and when we take on this Tonberry, I am going to be in my infiltration paradigm, just because debuffing is fun. And hey, look, an Ocho. Why is there an Ocho here? No, honestly, Ochos give relatively decent CP. So I'm going to take on this Ocho. I'm not going to worry too much about his little mini chews. At least not at first. I just want to get the Ocho herself debuffed. Let's see. Yeah, we can get most of our debuffs on her. Eh, screw it. Relentless Assault. Rapid Growth would also not be a bad choice right now. Just to get haste back on us. But I was worried about the seed dispersal, which is why I kind of wanted to go into Rapid Growth, but it's alright. And once we take out the Ocho, we could heal ourselves up and do any sort of rebuff that we want to do. Let's go ahead and do a round of salvation.
Here. Steady now.
That did not work how I wanted to, so let's do another round of salvation. And then at this point, let's do aggression. Can I blitz any of these? Negative. Alright. I think I should be able to blitz them, but maybe they're just too fast. And there we go. We got 18,800 CP for that, as well as some chocobo bits. Now, our mark is going to be up this path right here. So let's go ahead and go say hello to our Tonberry. Ooh, we got multiple. Very well. Say hello to our Tonberry friends.
Wide open.
And for the Tonberries, I am going to want to get D-Protect, D-Shell, and Imperil on them. Anything more than that, I'm not really going to worry about it. I mean, if I can get poison, that would be great. But now that I have those three on, I'm just going to go to Relentless Assault and beat down that first one that we took out. Nice instant stagger. Got him down. Now let's go back into infiltration. And then Relentless Assault, because we've got the instant stagger again. And then let's go into infiltration one last time. There's that Imperil. And Relentless Assault, and we should be able to take this guy out relatively quickly. Especially if we get another instant stagger. And there we go.
And I was just getting started.
And we got 45,000 CP for that battle. And for our mission complete, we get a Doctor's Code. Which, if I remember correctly, can actually turn into a couple of elixirs. So that's not that bad. But here we have our first final line here. It is against a Neochew. So this might be a little hairy. I don't know if we're actually strong enough to take this on normally. So I might need to give this a couple of tries. But I'm going to try to do it without death the first time. But anyway, the soul is a vessel to the divine. A divine will fills it. And through it is truth expressed. Entreat with the Neochew, who sings of earth and bounty, and become one with life's circle here again. Alright. And we have the Neochew as the last possible area in here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happens. So Titan just drops the Neochew right in front of us. Very well. And much like with the Ocho before, we are going to try to get some debuffs on this guy. However, he does hit hard.
Thanks.
So we want to be as close to full health at all times. Honestly, Imperil is going to be the only debuff that we're going to be able to get on him. So let's go ahead and go into Relentless Assault and kind of hope for that instant stagger. Actually, honestly, I'm going to do a couple rounds of rapid growth here. Get ourselves protected and braved and healed.
Time for another approach.
And then Salvation again. Oh, our buffs wore out. Very well. Let's go into rapid growth, get ourselves back into haste.
Appreciate it.
Well, that's no fun.
And so it ends.
Alright, so that fight did not go all that well, so let's go ahead and pop a Fortizol and an Agisol and give that another try. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this. Let's go ahead and get that Imperil on as fast as we can. And then now into Relentless Assault. Honestly, I'm gonna Libra as well. Do we get any new information? No, not really. But I don't really plan on fighting this thing that many more times. So I just want to make sure I have all the information that I possibly can have. And now we are quite literally just hoping for that random instant change. I'm going to go ahead and throw a potion. That did next to nothing. Yeah. Kinda saw that coming. Let's go ahead and summon Odin.
Odin.
Odin is going to be doing like non-elemental lightning damage from what I can gather. So should be doing relatively good amount of damage. And he is also going to pick up Vanille and Fang before he fully disappears. And we are slowed at present, which is unfortunate. But go into Gestalt mode and not have to worry about that.
We do this. Charge! Hiya!
And
The storm
Zantetsu.
is here. Until next time.
Alright, and of course, right after I do that, I get the instant stagger. So let's go ahead and take him out, and then I'll worry about his little minions here. If you're worried about the minions, you can go into Solidarity. Now I'm blitzing. Fine, I see how it is.
Target's a target.
And now that we are healed, I'm going to go into Aggression. And back into Solidarity. Let's go ahead and let Vanille heal herself up. Relentless Assault.
Eat this!
And we just got one more of the Pikachu's left. It should go down relatively quick. There we go. And for that battle, we get 100,000 CP. Very nice indeed. And our mission complete bonus is going to be the Hunter's Friend, as well as the rank of Righteous Avenger. And we get teleported back to the beginning of the Titan Trials. A new trial awaits. And here we could see the things that we have done. So we are going to take on a new route. Before we do that though, I have 3.5 or 300,000 Crystarium points. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into my secondary roles. With my main 3 here, it's going to be Saboteur for lightning, and then Synergist with the other 2. So I'll be back when I'm done with that. Alright, and by the way, the Hunter's Friend that we got for defeating that, it's Kill Libra. So it reveals a piece of information about each defeated enemy. I don't think it's necessary, but if you want it, there you go. So now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and do this first mission again, and then go on to the B2 mission. So I'll be back once I take out this armor turtle. Alright, so the armor turtle has been defeated, and for each subsequent time we beat him, we'll be getting 5 bombshells. And now moving on to this Seed Stone. We're going to be fighting one of the leech things. The Raffalessa? I don't know. Souls are wrought of shadow. Oh, we've already read that one. Okay, so I'm not going to be reading those anymore. Alright, and here in front of us we have a bunch of leeches. So let's go ahead and go into our aggression paradigm. And have a stab at him. And it looks like we might have gotten a preemptive strike. Which indeed we did. Very well.
Wide open. Back under this.
And the leeches are down. And for our mission complete bonus, we obtain a star pendant. So poison resist of 30%. And now we are going to go ahead and move on up. Let's go ahead and see what this mission is and see how far it will take us from our desired path. So nope, we want to go to the other one for C2. Well, I feel like we've already done that one. I could be wrong. But here's our next mission. For C2, we're going to be fighting an Ocho here. Very well. And it's not quite the same Ocho that I took out before, but it's essentially the same Ocho I took out before. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip through this battle.
New strategy.
Let's make this easy.
Alright, we get another 18,800 CP. Got a bunch of stuff right there. And then for our mission complete, we get a Stillstone ring. I don't actually know what that is. Ah, Earth resistance 25%. So this is going to help us fight the Adamantoids and his kin. So very nice. And I don't think there's gonna be any hidden treasures. I also don't think that this is where we want to go. But I was just checking to see if there were any tomberries down here. This is going to be the wrong Seedstone mission. Oh no, it's not. Very well. So this is going to be a Borg Bear hero. All right. Oh, it's over there. All right. Let's go ahead and make our way over there. We have some more Borg Bears. All right, and moving on over here to where our mission marked buddy is. We are actually going to go ahead and switch on over into infiltration. Alright, now moving on. I didn't realize there were actually 3 different paths that we could do on this one. So good to know, good to know. There is our hero right there, surrounded by a group of his friends. These guys don't necessarily do well against magic, so that is good to know. I'm going to go ahead and throw a lever scope just to give me information on the hero. And now I'm going to debuff everyone. Or at least debuff until someone gets staggered. There we go. And Relentless Assault on the staggered one. And now, essentially, we're just going to be going around and stagger launching and juggling these guys until we are focusing on the hero. And I will decide if we need to debuff the hero at that point. I did not realize that this one was already staggered. Well, very well then. And he staggered again. Alright, now we have the hero, who has 792,000 HP, and the same weaknesses as the other guys. So honestly, probably don't need to debuff him any more than he already is. Yep, there's that stagger. You know, it would be cool if Fang got, like, hasting up, and it was just a one-cast party haste. I mean, I understand why it's not in here, but it would be nice if it was. Before that fight, we get 35,000 at 200 CP. And for our mission complete, we get a Witch's Bracelet. Very well. I'm now looking for, what is it, D2? E2. Not this one. This is E3. So let's go ahead and check the next stone up. Actually, judging from the map, it should be this one, because it looks like that was not activated. Probably because we didn't take the right path. So moving on up here. Yep, here we have E2, and this is going to be against Zernitra on Silent Wing. This one looks like it might be one of the lightning creatures, so lightning debuffs might be important. I'm not going to worry about it right now, but if I lose, I will go ahead and change that up. And we are in the same final location here as we were before. So let's go ahead and move on. Pop our shrouds and try for, what, the 4th time? Do 1 round of deeper, or 2 rounds of infiltration. But now let's do Relentless Assault. Now honestly just kind of hope for whatchamacallit, the auto stagger. Let's go ahead and go into solidarity. Vanille heals herself up. Now back to relentless assault. Ooh, got that stagger. Very nice. So now, with any luck, we should be able to do some nice damage on him and take him out. There we go.
That's how it's done.
And we've got the 5-star and 40,000 CP. And our mission complete bonus for that one is Gilgamesh Inc., which is in fact our final store. I think I might have said that the Eden Pharmaceuticals was our last store, but I'm relatively sure Gilgamesh Inc. is our final store. And we have earned the rank of Halcyon Heroes. And we're going to get teleported back to the beginning. And now we have the C3 route to do. So we're going to do C3 to D3. We're just going to cut off E3. So, yeah, you know what? I'll take a look at that later. First, I want to figure out what that store gives us. I actually need to get going to bed for work in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and split up this recording. It should all be in the same episode though, so you don't need to worry about that. But we do have a save sphere up here. And let's go ahead and take a look at our new store. Is this a weapon? Did I miss this for lightning? I don't think I did. I think that this is actually a weapon that might only be available from this store. It has Leaden Strike, which is unfortunate. See, and then here is a Leaden Strike for Saz. Here's a Paper Tiger. So, less Leaden Strike, by the way, it basically casts auto slow on you. Paper Tiger decreases your maximum HP. Then we have a Paper Tiger for Hope. Then a Leaden Strike for Vanille. These are all very expensive. Then Stifled Magic for Fang, which isn't necessarily a bad weapon. If you're only using Fang for or as a commando, which honestly you most likely are unless you're crazy like me and using her as a saboteur, the Dragoon Lance probably would not be a bad choice. It completely negates any sort of magical abilities that she might have. But it is, to the best of my knowledge, the highest raw physical strength weapon in the game. But yeah, that seems to be weapons for everyone. Very well. But anyway, like I was saying, I need to go to bed so I can go to work in the morning, and I will be back tomorrow. See you in a couple seconds. Alright, so I am back, and I am really blown out from that window being open back there. Give me 1 second. Alright, it's not perfect, but I think it's better. I don't know, the webcam is still kind of new for me, so I guess let me know what you guys think about it. But anyway, it has been over a day since the first part of this episode, and in that time I have done a little bit of grinding. I've gotten like one of everyone's secondary role up to maximum Crystarium, so role level 5, as well as I have been working on their second one, and everyone's pretty close to getting that one maxed out. And in doing that, I have decided to kind of change up my equipment. I will be showing this on screen, but for right now, lightning's the same. But for Fang here, I have the Power Glove and the Warrior's Wristband. Those are going to be changing. And for Vanille here, I have 2 Weirding Glyphs that are both maxed out. And then one that is level 1 that is also going to be maxed out, but I wanted to show that on screen. So in order to do that, we are going to go ahead and start with Fang. So let's go ahead and come here to the shop. And for right now, not Motherlode, Lenora's Garage, let's go ahead and just buy 99 superconductors. That's going to cost us 83,160 gil, which is not a small bit of change, but at this point in the game, it's doable. Let's also make sure we have 99 sturdy bones and 99 barbed tails, which we do now. And what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into upgrade. We're going to upgrade accessory. Let's go ahead and start with the Power Glove. Alright, and for the Power Glove, we're going to need 58,960 total experience to get this up to its max level, which is level 11. So let's go ahead and pop on our 36 sturdy bones for that ×3 multiplier. And then come down here for the superconductors. And we need 53,000. 58,960. So 61 is going to be cutting it a little close. If we do 62 superconductors, that will be enough. It is going to be a little bit too much, but I feel like 61 is not going to be enough. So let's go ahead and do 62. That's going to get us to the Power Glove rank 11 with a strength of plus 250. Now, if we were to have a dark matter, we could upgrade these to the Kaiser gloves, but I don't have a dark matter right now, and the dark matter are incredibly expensive. I will eventually be getting there, but I want to just kind of clear things up before we get there. Now the next thing, let's go ahead and get and max out our superconductors again. As well as our sturdy bones. And I'll go back into the upgrade menu. And now, instead of the Power Glove, let's go ahead and work on the Warrior's Wristband. And to get the Warrior's Wristband up to its max rank of 11, we're going to need 44,220 experience. So let's go ahead and do the 36 sturdy bones again. And then now for this, let's go ahead and hit this with 37 superconductors. Again, that is more than we need, but the 36 is less than we need, so there we go. That is going to get the Warrior's Wristband up to its max rank of 11 with 180 strength. And now in order to upgrade this, we're going to need a Scarletite. So let's go ahead and pop that on here to bring us up to the Power Glove level 9. And now let's go ahead and get another ×3 multiplier on this guy. And now we're going to need 18,576 experience to get this up to its max level. So if we do 19, probably will do it. Let's go ahead and try 19. Yes, it will. So there we go. Now we have 2 maxed out power gloves, giving Fang that strength bonus of 250 each, so increasing her strength by 500. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to take one of the weirding glyphs that we got, and we're going to max this out. Again, we are going to need some more superconductors and sturdy bones, so I'm going to go ahead and grab those. Alright, now, assuming that you haven't already done this with the weirding glyphs, we're going to go ahead and start with the Sorcerer's Mark. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves that ×3 multiplier. And now we need 44,220 experience. So let's go ahead and do the 37 superconductors right here to get that Sorcerer's Mark up to its maximum level. And then it's going to be another Scarletite to get that to the weirding glyph with the magic plus 230. Then now to get this from level 9 up to its maximum level, we're going to do that ×36 again. And we are going to need 18,575 experience. So 19 should do that again for us. Yes, it is. There we go. And now to show on this weirding glyph right here, that is only level 1, because you are able to pick up a level 1 weirding glyph. I'm going to go ahead and get some upgrade materials again, and I will show you how to bring that from level 1 up to level 99, or not 99, its maximum level of 11. Alright, so here we have our basic level 1 weirding glyph. Let's go ahead and get this our ×3 multiplier, because we already know that we're going to need a lot of experience. And then for the superconductors, I want to say this is going to be 61 again, because we need 58,960, which we are actually going to be just shy of with 61. So we are going to be doing 62 of them. And that is going to get that weirding glyph up to its max rank of 11 as well. Now the next thing that we are going to be working on, we are only going to have one of these at this point in the game. And that is going to be the Imperial Armlet. We want 3 of these maxed out, but we currently only have 1. The Royal Armlet here does upgrade into the Imperial Armlet, although I am relatively sure that it does cost, what's it called? A dark matter to get this fully upgraded. Let me go ahead and get the upgrade material, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got the upgrade material that we're going to need. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Imperial Armlet here. We're going to need a total of 10,800 experience to get this leveled up. So let's go ahead and do our 36 sturdy bones. And then on our superconductor here, let's go ahead and do 15 of these. This should be enough to get us maxed out, which indeed it is, for the damage resistance of 20%. And this does not upgrade at all anymore at this point, so that is very nice. Now if we go back to the Royal Armlets, let's go ahead and work on any of these. We are going to need a total of 21,880 experience to get this to level up. So there's our 36 sturdy bones. And then for the superconductor, let's go ahead and pop 23 on there for our max rank of 15% damage resistance. And let's go ahead and do one more. And this time, let's go ahead and use our Barb Tails. And then our 23 superconductors. There we go. And now at this point, we have 1,619,000 CP, or not CP, gil. There are a couple of things that we can do. Like I said, I've been doing a little bit of off-screen grinding. That was honestly mostly for gil-based accessories. Not accessories, items. Like the Tomberry figure here that we get every time we take out the Tomberry hunt on the one line. So let's go ahead and sell those. That's going to give us an additional 114,000 gil. And then there is also a couple of other things. Really, honestly, at this point, you could sell basically any material that you have, as long as it's not a transforming material, the particle accelerator, perfect conductor, superconductor, ultra compact reactor, all that stuff, or the ×3 stuff. I honestly like having these things in my inventory, so I'm not going to sell them. I do have quite a fair bit of the bomb cores, and I know that the routes that we take are going to be giving me bomb cores, so I'll go ahead and sell 41 of these, just to bring me back down to 50. But yeah, other than that, feel free to sell basically anything. We got these Moon Blossom Seeds here. These are, again, rewards for completing missions. So I will go ahead and sell all 18 of those for another 108,000 gil. But other than that, I'm going to leave everything in my inventory. And I'm going to go ahead and come down here to the Mother Lode. Not the Mother Lode. The R&D Depot. And the Dark Matter. I'm going to buy 2 Dark Matter. That is going to cost me 1,680,000 gil. But with that done, I can do a couple of different things. If I come down here to upgrade, I could upgrade this Adamant Bangle if I... No, not the Adamant Bangle, I guess. Yeah, I could upgrade the Adamant Bangle if I wanted. I could upgrade the Power Gloves. I could upgrade the Weirding Glyphs. I could upgrade a few things with the Dark Matter. I can't upgrade the Imperial Armlet. No, it's the Royal Armlet that I'm thinking of. But honestly, what I am going to do and what I'm going to upgrade is going to be... I'm going to upgrade 1 Power Glove with the Dark Matter, giving me Kaiser Knuckles level 9. And I am also going to upgrade a Weirding Glyph, giving me the Magisterial Crest level 9. Now, in order to get both of these up to the max level, we are going to need some more experience items. Go ahead and give me a second to confirm how much we're going to need. Alright, so we're going to need 23,220 experience for both of these. So let's go ahead and do our 3630 bones. And then for our superconductors, let's go ahead and do 31 superconductors. That'll get us up to our maximum level on the Kaiser Knuckles for the plus 300 strength. And then if we back out, we can come down here to the Magisterial Crest and do the same thing. So 36. And what was it? 32? 31. So there we go. So that is going to give us quite a fair jump in our stats right there, as long as we allocate them correctly. So let's go ahead and like remove these real quick from everyone. We're going to go ahead and start with Vanille. Vanille was honestly more or less what we were going to be looking at. So I don't know why I removed the stuff from her. But we are going to be looking at the Magisterial Crest for her. So that plus 300. And then we are going to be looking at the Weirding Glyph. So plus 250. So she's going to have an additional 550 magic right there. And then for this final slot, we are going to go ahead and give her one of the Starred Royal Armlets for the 15% magical and physical damage reduction. We're also going to give one of those to Fang right here. And for Fang, we are going to be giving her the maxed out Kaiser Knuckles and the maxed out Power Gloves for 550 increase to her strength. And then now for Lightning, I still want to have somebody getting us double CP. So we're going to go ahead and put the Growth Egg on her. That is not going to stay on her. That is just going to be for now. And then we are going to give her one of the Weirding Glyphs to max, or to not max out, but to increase her magic, because she is mostly a Ravager. And then we're going to put the Imperial Armlet on her for that damage resistance of 20%. So yeah, that is how I am going to be going for now. Once I get everyone maxed out on their Crystarium, Lightning here is going to have a Kaiser Knuckle instead of the Growth Egg. And honestly, the Sprint Shoes are probably going to get removed at some point in the near future as well. But for now, that is what we're going to do. And I found something while I was doing my grinding that I found a chest that I didn't open on the first path in the same room as the Ochos and the Tonberries. So I'm going to go grab that. I'm not going to make you guys watch it, so I'll go ahead and cut all of that out and bring you guys back before I open up the chest. Alright, so we just took care of the Ocho. The Tonberries are going to be down that path over there. But if we head up this path to the Waystone that we can't actually use, there's a treasure sphere right here that contains a Warding Talisman. Now, is that a end-all thing for the game? No, but it is an item that is in a treasure chest that I didn't show. So I wanted to make sure I collected that on screen for everyone. Now, if I come down here to the Tonberries, and this could very much be one of those things that it's a no shit Sherlock moment, but we can get a Preemptive Strike on these guys. If we bait them towards us a little bit, they will all turn around, and then we can just get that preemptive. And now, if I get lucky, I should be able to stagger all of them pretty quickly. Yep, there we go. So let's go into Relentless Assault and just start working on them. And that is where we get that Tonberry figure, by the way, in case you were wondering. Now, at this point, if I wanted to, I could go back to the start and just teleport away. I am going to go ahead and take on the Neochu. You by no means need to, but I am going to, so I will meet you back at the beginning of the trials. Alright, so here we are back at the beginning of the trials. The next route that we need to run is going to be to finish up on E3. Now, unfortunately, in order to get to E3, we can't just take the 3 route, because if we look down here, if we go A1 to B2, then B2 to C3, there's absolutely no way for us to get to E3. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to end up on D2, which is going to get us there. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go B2 to C2 and then D2. I'll bring you back in once we get to D2, because there is something in that area that I would like to show you guys. It's a little bit of a cheeky, quick CP area. But yeah, I'll be back once we're there. Alright, so here we are in the beginning of the D3 area, I believe it was. And our mark is going to be down that way. But if instead we go up here, we will encounter a couple of different enemies. They are the flowering cactuars. Now, these guys love to run from battle. So I'm going to go ahead and go into aggression. And I'm also going to change Vanille from Ravager here to Commando. So I'm actually going to be in the Cerberus role. And that is so that all of my commandos will attack a different cactuar. And hopefully we can kill all 3 of these guys before they decide to run away. Now they decide to run away basically right away. So with any luck, we will be able to prevent them from doing that, which we were not able to. So Cerberus was not the correct thing to do, as you can see. Wrong button. So I'm going to go ahead and take Cerberus off of here, and I'm going to just go ahead and stay in aggression, because there is another pack of these guys right up here. Now, each one of these that we kill gets us 15,000 CP with the growth egg on. And these guys go into a little line. So let's go ahead and target them. And now with Vanille in her Ravager role, she's able to do like AoE attacks. And of course, some of them are still going to run away. But with the stagger and all of that good stuff, we should be able to kill a few of them. Yeah, so there we killed 3 out of the, I believe, 5 that are there. Because this battle can get you 75,000 CP, and the last one could get you 45,000. So, just while you're coming through here, just a quick little area that might be able to get you some CP. And speaking of which, I have over 500,000. So let me go ahead and just top off the synergist roll here for lightning, as well as start working on her sentinel roll. Of course, I'm not going to be able to finish the sentinel roll, but this is going to lead us into the final roll for everyone. So very nice. And I'll go ahead and do the rest of this off screen. Alright, now with the Borg Bear Chieftain down, we're going to be going to the Sea Stone mission that is closest to where that mission is. And that is going to be this one right here. This is going to be our E3 mission. We are going to be taking out a Roktavaja. I believe these are the guys that put up their little barriers in front of them. So let's go ahead and go take him on. And I have a feeling that I probably should pop Shrouds before going into this battle. I have needed to do that for the other 2. But I'm going to go ahead and risk not doing that here. But let's go ahead and, before we go in, let's go ahead and set Rapid Growth as our go-to paradigm. And see if I'm correct on the creature type. indeed I was. Do we know anything about this one, though? We do not. Let's go ahead and get some buffs up while he's putting his shield up. Now let's go ahead and throw a Libra Scope. Find out that he is resistant to all elements. He is immune to physical damage. And, yeah, he has some status immunities. He is not immune to Imperil, though.
Keep the enemy off
So let's
balance.
see if we can't get that on him to get, or to lessen some of those resistances. There we go. So now everything is halved. So let's go ahead and go into Relentless Assault. Ooh, we also got Pain on him. I don't think that's going to matter much because he is immune to Fog, which is the caster one. And with any luck with the buffs that we have on, we should hopefully be able to get him staggered relatively quickly. Before he does too much of that. Vanille is about to drop out of haste. That is perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and do Army of One. Skyrocket his stagger bar. And I'm going to go ahead and do that one more time. Another thing to note, he is now no longer immune to Deprotect. So if you want to get Deprotect on him, feel free to give that a try. Well, with that 900%, I'm going to go into Aggression and just wail on him and hopefully get him down before he puts his barrier back up. There we go. And for that, we get 50,000 CP. And for our mission complete, we're going to get an Emnar Stone. Very well. And now we get teleported back to the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and skip that. And a new trial awaits us. Let's see, we still need to do C3, D3, and E4. So that's going to be our route through here. I'll bring you back once I get to the land of C3. Alright, so here we are on the map. It is the northernmost area on the Dancing Light. And we are going to be facing another Verdant here in the Via Soulless. So that is what it is. We're going to go ahead and accept that mission and move on. And now, from this point forward, at least in this little mission briefing, everything that we come across is going to be a new mission. But we have a treasure sphere right here, containing a Star Blossom Seed. Very nice. And we have our mark up here. Did I get a preemptive? Did I get a preemptive? I did. Very nice. Go ahead and take these guys out real quick. They're nothing that we haven't handled before, so they go down real quick. For that mission complete, we are going to be getting a Zealot's Amulet. And now, we are going to have a choice to make. We have this mission stone right here, which is going to be our D3. This is going to be the one that we end up going to. But I am just curious as to if there is any more monsters down here or treasure and what the enemy is for this mission. So let's go ahead and take a look right now. Ooh, this one's going to be a corrosive cluster or custard. But we're not going to go ahead and take this guy on right now. Let's go ahead and go back to the Borg hero. Or not Borg, you know what I mean. It's going to be right here. Moving on to our land of D3. And now we have a couple of paths that we could take. It looks like we're going to want to take the left path. So I'm going to start on the right path. Just see what sort of monsters are in the area. We have our bugaboos, or whatever they're called. The Borg bear. Alright, moving back along up this way. Looks like we have another group of enemies over there. Goblins and a munchkin, alright. Let's go say hello to them. Yeah, goblins at this point are completely outclassed. But we are going to have our mission up here. Ooh, and we're going to have the two chieftains and a maestro, as well as one each of their respective little guys. Let's go ahead and take out the little guys first.
Out of my way! You're nothing! Stay down! You're mine!
And now work on the big guy. Guess we're not working on both the big guys. Let's go ahead and take out this little one right here. There we go. Now we can work on the heroes. And if you wanted to, you could, of course, debuff these things, buff up yourself. I don't think it's necessary against these guys. Matter of fact, the Goblin Chieftain is already down, so this one should be going down there. Here.
Be ready for the next fight.
And for that fight, we gained 24,460 CP. And for the mission complete, we gain a speed stash. Very well, very well. We don't need that, but it's something. And then now we have a group of these guys again. Hey, we got a preemptive. Very nice. All right. And moving on around, we have an inactive crystal right here. So we're not going to be able to do anything with that. But we have some more Borg bears. And I don't think there's going to be anything down this road. Oh no, I was wrong. Almost instantaneously. So here is another treasure sphere. This one contains a star blossom seed. And it is right next to the little break in the path that brought us over here. So very nice. We are now looking for, I want to say, E4. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this mission up here is. Yeah, we have E4 right here. And I feel like this is a trap. It is going to be against another vertebrate. So either this is going to be a very easy mission, or there's going to be like 20 of them. Let's go take a look. Or I guess the mark could be a Vertilet, but then there's going to be something like a Tonberry or a like Neo-Chew accompanying him. But either way, that having that being the mark for here just seems incorrect. Suppose I could skip this. Oh, it is just the Vertilets. Okay.
You're nothing! That's
Well,
how it's done.
Very easy mark there. And our mission complete reward is going to be a 20-sided die, which I believe is random element absorption. Let's take a look. Well, before we take a look, let's go ahead and plan out our next route. We're going to be going to D3, then on to E5. So I will meet you guys back there after I figure out what that 20-sided die does. Oh, it randomly just nullifies damage. So I was incorrect. Very well. Moving on. Alright, so we are now in the land of D4. I just took out the Maestro or the Chieftain and the Hero and all of that. And we are going to be moving on to E5. Which is going to be against a Tyrant. Very well, very well. Again, another enemy that feels like it is a bit underleveled for where we are in the trials, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and sell off some of my like bombshells and bomb cores and all of that, just because I do keep on getting them. So there's that. And now let's go take on the Tyrant. I shouldn't need to pre-buff myself. Although that being said, just for the sake of things going a little bit quicker, I will pre-buff myself. I don't need to though, assuming it is just a singular Tyrant. I have shown plenty of times that they're not really too difficult to handle. Yeah, it is just a singular Tyrant. So while he is forging his blade, let's go ahead and get some debuffs on him. And we can also debuff his sword a little bit as well. But honestly, I, at this point, am not really too worried about these guys. Let's go into Relentless Assault. And not even worry about his blade. Yeah, and just focus on the Tyrant himself. He might honestly die before he even gets staggered. No, he is going to get staggered. But not much life left in him. There he goes. So we get 7,020 CP for that. I got an amplifier, and the mission complete reward is going to be 7 particle accelerators. And we are, of course, brought back to the beginning of the trials. And a new trial awaits us. We still need to do D4 as well as E6. So I will meet you guys back when we get to the D4 mission. Alright, so I just took on the Vertilant And I'm about to go on to D4, I believe. So this mission right here, yeah, D4 with the corrosive custard. So let's go ahead and take a visit with him. And it seems to be a pretty straightforward path. I will, of course, be investigating it for treasures. But there we have our custards up there. And I already know, or I think I know, that the custards are stronger against physical. So I'm going to go into my Relentless Assault. And see if I can't get a... No, I probably could have gotten a preemptive there, but one turned around a little bit quicker. So these... Ooh, this one's new. A Monstrous Flan and the Corrosive Custard. All right. So let's go ahead and pop a Libra Scope. Just get all the information on the other two. Just see their weaknesses and all of that good jazz. Let's go ahead and take them out. Shouldn't be too difficult. I find it amusing that the Corrosive Custard likes casting. Wait, I wonder if we'll get a Gaia from this. Actually, what is your drop? Nope. Just monster material. Alright, there's the custard down. And now it's just the Flan, who is healing himself off of our lightning. But we are also no longer hasted. So let's go ahead and drop into our, whatchamacallit, rapid growth.
I gotta do
And
everything.
lightning now has haste, so she is able to hasten herself. And we can also make ourselves stronger against lightning, give ourselves in thunder and all of that, or in fire, whatever. And now let's go ahead and go back into Relentless Assault and take on the Monstrous Flan. There he goes.
That's how it's done.
For that fight, we get 21,160 CP. And the mission complete is going to be a General's Belt. Alright. And now, moving on. This is where we are going to want to go for our next mission. But let's go ahead and see if there's any treasure spheres up this route. Which indeed there is, guided by or guarded by some of the bugbears. Alright, now let's go ahead and see what they were guarding. They were guarding a Cactuar doll. Very well, very well. Now let's go ahead and make our way to the mission stone and on to our second to final mission here in the Titan Trials. Because if you remember what I said at the beginning of the episode, you need to make your way through all 6 paths, and then there's one more after that. So this is going to be the last main path, and then there should be one more trial after here. As for the enemy that we are fighting here, we are fighting a Humbaba. Very well. And since we know that we are going to be fighting a Humbaba, let's go ahead and go into infiltration. these things are not difficult at all. At least not for where we are in the game. I mean, hell, they could probably throw 3 at us right now and it wouldn't matter. But judging from all the other ones, it's only going to be 1. Yep. So let's go ahead and start getting this thing debuffed. And let's go ahead and quickly get some buffs on ourselves.
Keep it together.
I could get in fire, that would be great.
Let's make this
Thanks.
easy. Cheers.
There we go, now Relentless Assault, and this thing is basically already dead. There it goes.
That's how it's done.
Okay, I only got 3 stars. Probably could have done that faster if I didn't buff myself up, but that is perfectly fine. For our mission complete, we get a Scarletite. And I don't know if this is going to be any different from before, so I'm not going to skip it. Okay, so no, not any different. A new trial now awaits. So completed trials. We just have the question marks down there on the very bottom. So, to my knowledge, we are going to need to make our way to any of the D stages. And then we should be able to transfer ourselves to the final mission. So before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and spend my CP. Then I will meet you on, honestly, probably D4. But yeah, see you there in a second. Alright, so the custards have been taken out. And as you can see behind me, this Seedstone mission is now active. I'm going to go ahead and go into infiltration here. Before we move forward. And we have Attacus the Soulless. The soul defines existence. Its expression is found in feeling, choice, and action. Entreat with the undying Attacus, whose blade is hate made manifest, and become one with life's circle here again. So this is one of the undying, if I remember correctly from his outline there. This guy is unstaggerable. However, he should be debuffable, if that's a word. So let's go ahead and take a look. I definitely don't have enough CP to actually gain any more Crystarium, so let's go ahead and continue on forward. I am going to go ahead and buff myself. And let's get going.
Proceed well outside the natural order. Should their strength fail them, they become the mindless foes of life itself.
Oh, great, another one. Nothing like witnessing survival of the fittest firsthand. Oh boy. A seat?
A mindless foe of life itself. Keep your mind on the
Alright,
battle.
first and foremost, Libroscope. We will see that I was correct. He does not have a stagger point. He has 9,135 HP. No elemental weaknesses or anything like that. And he is immune to poison, imperil, pain, fog, stop, and death. So we are going to be able to get some pretty good debuffs on him. He probably has a pretty high resistance to them though. So let's go ahead and get on what we can. If we can get slow and curse on him, that would be great. Does not look like we will be that lucky. Let's go ahead and give Fang. There goes slow. Let's go ahead and give her one more chance to get curse on. Nope. Okay, so Relentless Assault. That's fine. And now, just like the guy that we fought during the story, that was similar to this guy, we want to be aware of an attack of his. When the little thing pops up above his head, like actually naming an attack, we want to go into a a sentinel paradigm, just to kind of debuff, or not debuff, lessen the damage that will be done to us. So at this point, honestly, it's just kind of bash on him until that pops up. And we want to keep up on the debuffs and keep up on our buffs as well. So just keep an eye out for any of our buffs going away or any of his debuffs going away. And you'll also see that we are getting down to about half HP. So I am going to quickly go into Salvation here.
Thank you.
And then just one round of rapid growth.
Let's make this easy. Don't back down.
And then back into Relentless Assault. And that right there is what I was talking about. So let's go into Solidarity. At least I thought that's what he was talking about. Concentrate. That's the attack I was thinking of. So when he loses about a quarter of his health, he's going to pull out a new blade, and he's going to have that concentrate attack. So just be aware of that. That deals a lot of damage. So we want a sentinel to be absorbing that, not like the party lead, unless your party lead happens to be a sentinel, that is. But as soon as that pops up, go directly into the sentinel, let him get it off, and then we go back into our Relentless Assault. And once he gets down to, I believe it's half health, he is going to pull out a new blade. Oh, and I just realized that his debuffs have disappeared. So I'm going to wait for him to do his concentrate attack one more time, and then I'm going to go into Infiltration. There it is.
Come on then.
And then now Infiltration, get him debuffed again. Hey, we got Curse on him this time. And let's see if we can get slow. Yes, we can. So, Relentless Assault. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go into Solidarity right now. Just let Vanille heal up.
Cheers.
And as you saw, that concentration did get rid of the top 2 debuffs. So let's go ahead and try to get Slow and Curse back on him. There we go. So back to Relentless Assault. Let's also get ourselves rebuffed. Keep an eye out for that concentrate. So that did target Vanille, but luckily we were able to have the Sentinel out, so it did not do as much damage. And here's his Fearless Blade. And now he has another attack, much like Concentrate here. So let's go ahead and be aware of that. Meditate. There it is. So go ahead and have your Sentinel ready to absorb this. And now let's go back into Infiltration. Get some debuffs. And we please get Slow. There we go.
Time for another approach. Eat this.
Go ahead and drop into Solidarity. Let Fang get healed up. And he is meditating, so let's go ahead and just let him do his thing. And then after this, we are going to go ahead and rebuff ourselves.
Don't sweat it. Here we go.
That'll honestly probably be good enough. Then Infiltration. He is meditating, so Solidarity.
Come on, then.
Ooh, he hit lightning with that. Very well.
Change of plan. Thank you.
Haste. And Relentless Assault. And he should be going down here relatively soon. And there he goes. And for that, we get 150,000 CP. And for the mission complete bonus, we get our first pair of Genji gloves, as well as the rank Guardian of Virtue.
You're here to protect the Circle of Life, aren't you?
And there we get Natural Selector past the Titan trials. And now Titan just kind of walks away. And at this point, we are done with the Titan trials. However, I would recommend that you go through the trials to finish off capping out your Crystarium, because each one of the E missions has a hidden drop, if you will. Each one has a 1.25% chance of dropping one of the weapons that we can buy at the Gilgamesh Inc. store. Let's see, E1 has a chance to drop the Tiger's Claw for Vanille. E2 has a chance to drop the Dragoon Lance for Fang. E3 has the chance to drop the Maphis for Hope. Then E4 can drop Saz's Adelbrands. I have no idea how to pronounce that. E5 could drop Lightning's Organics. And then E6 can drop Snow's Sacrifice Circle. Like I said, they are a 1.25% chance to drop at any given, or no, on any one of those. But each one has only one weapon that it will drop. And I actually did happen to get one for Vanille here. I got her Tiger Claw, which is her Leaden Strike. I mean, are we going to use them? No. But they are there. And now, as for the thing that we just got, I'm actually going to go ahead and put that directly onto Fang. It is going to be replacing her sprint shoes. It is going to be the Genji gloves. Now, what the Genji gloves do is they uncap damage. So right now, the damage is capped at 9,999. The Genji gloves raises that to 999,999. So, will we be hitting that most of the time? No. But when an enemy is staggered, when it gets up to the 999% stagger gauge, at this point, Fang has a very good chance of doing a boatload of damage. So I'm actually also going to make her my party lead. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of run through the trials, maxing out my Crystarium and trying to get those hidden drops. But yeah, until next time, everyone, this is Famine52 signing out, and peace out.